What is the Ted Nugent assessment of the opponent for Donald Trump right now, Joe Biden? Have you been seeing some of the Bidenisms, which is I think the pleasant way that we refer to them? Have you seen some of this stuff? I mean, I'm trying to work on a Biden impersonation that doesn't just sound like a ripoff of Mr. Magoo, but then I realize it's going to sound something like that because he does seem somewhat confused.
Again, I don't think liberals are the same species as you and I. They're allergic to truth, logic, common sense, and the evidence that is otherwise inescapable. Just examine the history of abuse of power by Joe Biden. I mean, from the credit card scams to the Hunter Biden scams and all, I mean, just a lifetime of ripoff and deceit and abuse of power. And then watch him struggle to form a sentence, and people actually go, yeah, that's my guy. Yeah, I want him to be the commander in chief. I mean, this is like an outtake of a bad Saturday Night Live spoof on just how stupid people can be. So again, I know that ignorance and that apathy and that stupidity exists. But I hope the people that are not stupid and are not ignorant of how we got to this experiment in self-government, you vote out there. Go to huntthevote.org and let's make sure all conservatives are registered and we vote God, family, country, constitution, freedom. Duh.
Yeah. Now, how do you think the Trumpster has done so far? Look, right now he's in the midst of the most challenging governing situation for any president. I think it's pretty fair to say since World War II. I don't think anything really, because you've got the infection, the virus, and the loss of life, and all the fear and the panic, and you also have the essentially induced depression, right? I mean, this is a depression that the government has walked us into. It said, "Don't worry, we'll pull you out of it." Well, we'll see. But how has Trump done up to and including this challenge in your mind, based on what the promise was from the campaign? I mean, you're one of the few. I don't know if you like the term celebrity, but you're a celebrity. You're one of the few celebrities that has been supporting this guy from the beginning and still supports him all the way through. So you've obviously seen a lot of the crazy on the other side. How do you think Trump is doing?
Well, let me put it this way, and I think if we examine my following sentence, that the evidence will gag you. Donald Trump is as close to Ted Nugent as you'll ever get in politics. He knows he's on the right course. He knows about logistics and responsibility and accountability. He knows about the Constitution, that it's a God-given guarantee of God-given individual rights that our founding fathers wrote down because we didn't believe in kings and emperors and despots and slave drivers, even though we had to get over that embarrassing, horrific chapter. So my card, what do you call it? When you get a rating in school. I don't remember because I wasn't paying attention in school. I never went to. I was too busy learning stuff. Yeah. When you give Trump a rating, I give him an A+, just because if you're driving such clear and present idiots that crazy, that's gold in my world. I mean, I do not intentionally drive idiots crazy, but I just stand up for truth, logic, common sense, again, self-evident truth, that I have the right to choose my own religion. I have the right to have privacy in my home. I get to keep and bear arms, not just the king and his henchmen punks, et cetera, et cetera. So I give President Trump an A to A+, just for the fact that he is going into uncharted territory. He's like Lewis and Clark of politics right now with this pandemic and the abuse of the media, the unbridled dishonesty and hate from the left. I mean, I deal with it. They call me a pedophile. They call me a draft dodger. They claim I dissed the Native Americans. Lies, 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 because they can't debate me. They are incapable of debating me. And all you have to do is Google my different debates and watch me eat the face of the idiots that try to tell me that my truth, logic, and common sense ain't accurate. So I love President Trump and his team. I think he is burdened by some of the excess baggage of past administrations, but he's deshackling that at a real rapid pace. And I pray for the man every day and his family. And I think he was sent here as a non-politician to represent we the people more accurately than any administration I can remember.